Secrets are a big problem. His friend's girlfriend keeping a huge secret from the father of the other child. The fact that he is the father of the child.
That is a big one.
That's a major one.
You think?
Okay. If you guys got something going on in your life, look, the bar is set pretty high on this one. Doesn't have to be this great.
Yeah.
You can always hit us up at thebertshow.com if you're looking for some advice. All right, here it reads. Bert Show. I'm wondering about some advice for a buddy of mine. I'd like to stay anonymous. My name is Charles. Just kidding, you didn't write that. This guy's been dating a girl half his age for several years. He is a high school teacher and coach, and she's one of his former high school students. I'm not sure how they reconnected, but they did when she was in her 20s. When they began dating, she almost immediately moved in and brought her son. The father to the son was still in the picture at the time. A couple of years ago, it was actually revealed that the father was not biologically related to the kid. He had been in the child's life for 5 years.
Ouch.
Apparently, the guy always knew it could be a possibility that the child wasn't his, but was told that the other potential fathers didn't want anything to do with her or the kid. So that dude played the role from the beginning. Anyway, after the DNA results came out because things were inching towards child support court, is that what they call it? Child support court. My buddy's chick completely kicked out the father and his entire family from the kid's life. She won't even contact the other potential fathers to let them know that they could have a son. Is this a red flag for my friend? They are engaged to be married. Should he run? What if they get pregnant too? I don't even know if he would take my advice at this point, but this just seems super shady to me. What do you guys think? Thank you, concerned friend. 1-855-BERT-SHOW. Mo, what do you got?
Red flag?
Red flag for me, 100%. I don't see how I could move past that. The way that she's going about it and handling it at that point, you would have to at least let the potential fathers know. If you wouldn't do that much for them, then I would be afraid that if we got into a similar situation, you would behave that way for me. So if it were me personally, it would be a red flag enough for me to leave.
Davi looks like she just smelt an emotional fart.
I think I did, Bert Weiss. It's stinky.
It is stanky.
You don't know what's going on in that family. Like, he could have done something so egregious to the child or to her that she's like, you're out of my life. We can't just assume because she's shacking up with a new dude. She's like, new dude, new dad. Old dad goes in the trash, no more. Like, maybe something really horrible happened there that would be a red flag for that guy. So she's like, I don't want this person in my child's life anymore. And maybe it's happened time and time again. Like, we don't know.
So are you saying get more info?
Yeah, like you can't just say red flag, like 100%. That woman shouldn't be acting that way. There's probably 1,000 reasons why she's doing that, and they could all be very good reasons. I don't want to just think, yeah, red flag for sure. Women do that stuff all the time.
I was going to go with Mo
She's
on this
evil.
and say red flag, and say if she is going to act this way in one area, I'd be really scared that she's acting this way in other areas also.
I agree with you as far as the man who was in the child's life for 5 years thinking he was the father, but DNA test proved otherwise, and then she kicked him and his family out. We don't know the full story there as to why they parted ways, so I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. However, not alerting anybody, another potential man, that this could be your son, that is a red flag for
That's
me.
enough for me,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It would like make you distrust her even though she's really done nothing to you.
Just it puts it in your mind that if you are capable of doing that, then what else are you capable of? With something that serious, I would be concerned about moving forward.
And how does concerned friend or whatever you called him, Charlie, on the front end, like how does he know that she hasn't reached out?
Stay anonymous.
Oopsie daisy. How do they know? How does concerned friend not know that that she reached out to these guys already? Because she did back in the day. They wanted nothing to do with her and the kid, right? And then 5 years later, maybe she sent him a Facebook message and they deleted her and blocked her or something. Like, you don't know.
I mean, the only thing we can go by is maybe if this is like a concerned friend that they have talked to the person that is engaged to this woman, and he said she's not making. I would assume what I'm assuming here from reading this email. All right, if you're writing this, you got this information from the source, which is him, and he's the one who told you she's not reaching out to the other guys to tell them that they could potentially have a child.
Mitchell here saying that it's the reddest flag. So red, all the reds. Hey, Mitchell.
Hey, yeah, that flag is so red it's purple.
That's really red, man.
That is a deep red.
We got 50 shades of red flags over here. It's the Atlanta International Airport over here.
For what reason?
I would have to say that it's the non-communication part for me. It's the idea of not knowing what's going on, but this person's living in your house.
All right, man. I appreciate you calling. Thank you.
Yep, bye.
All right, all the primary colors there.
Roy G. Biv, y'all.
The Bert Show.